What up, YouTube? Marvelous Tarot back at it again. Do a quick Hawkeye straight shoot reading. Quick John, since we ain't do it in a little minute. Let me see. Get the Oracle deck popping. How y'all been? What y'all been up to? Hope everybody been doing good. Starting to get nice and warm outside. That energy hit different when that sunlight out. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna start letting the cards fall out when that happens. Iron Man. What are you really protecting? That's your Oracle card. So you see Iron Man. What are you really protecting? Let me read what that says real quick. And no, I don't still know these by heart. Iron Man, what are you really protecting? Tony Stark makes an appearance when you are at risk for shutting out others. Encased in an impenetrable shell, Iron Man may be able to save the day, but that armor can't protect him from his own worst enemy, himself. Perhaps you've been deflecting difficult conversations about how you're feeling, or maybe you're avoiding situations where you can't control your image. Right now is the time to be vulnerable. Drop the bravado, process your emotions. Well, that's a heavy first Oracle card. Let's get from the tarot deck. Let's see. Short, quick read, quick shot. Yeah, like I said, if some other cards pop out, that's just what it is. Even if it is a quick reading, just let them Jones fly out. All right, let's go right off the top. The Nine of Swords. It's that symbiote work, right? Nine of Swords. So you can see that pup. Spider-Man with the symbiote. You know, I like to read out of the book. Let me get that real fast. Yep. Nine of Swords. Excuse me. Venom symbiote. We pulled it up right. Dark daydreams, gone in nightmares, infiltrate thoughts, binding your mind. Like the venom symbiote, absorbing power and taking direction from its host, so do your thoughts. The Nine of Swords slashes with stress, anxiety, fear, worries in the wee hours of the morning, and guilt over the real and imagined. You're haunted and hunted by repetitive nightmares you can't release. Stop, clear your mind. Concentrate on those things you can't control. I think we're getting a clear-cut message on this one. Let's get one little quick card to just clarify the Hawkeye reading. Quick shot. What you got? Iron Man, you already got... Fool. Of course, the Fool, upright, new beginnings, possibilities, innocence, spontaneousness, optimism, trust in life, blind faith, adventure, opportunity, pleasure, unlimited possibilities. What this says to me is, again, all intuition, all awareness. Try to not be all super logical with it, but Iron Man said, what are you protecting? You have these dark thoughts. You have these thoughts. If you can be vulnerable and not place yourself in a shell and really be vulnerable about that dark side, that symbiote that's in you, that venom, I think it'll open up a path to being the fool. The fool, I used to think the fool was like, oh, you a dumbass. When really the fool is almost like I said, I always think about the Marvel version as Deadpool. That's a fourth wall breaker. That's the guy who's so foolish to the 3D reality that he's just, my bad. Got cut off for a second. But I was saying the Fool card. I think with the Fool coming out last, the Iron Man, which popped out on its own. Then the Venom, it talked about you sitting on a lot of fears, negative emotions, doubts, stuff like that. I think if you can be vulnerable about what you're thinking about, you can release it and be the Fool to your new world. The Fool, like I was saying, isn't necessarily a bad card. It's almost like from what I understand, a card of like it says, unlimited possibilities. Like, especially because we pulled it up right. But to me, this combination says like, don't be vulnerable, open yourself up, which ain't easy to fucking do. Make sure you open it up to the right person. And let some of that venom out of your system. Because when you do, you become less of a fool, but less of a fool reversed, because that's probably where you was at. And once you do that, you can become the fool upright, which is a guy of unlimited possibilities. And that's just a quick Hawkeye reading. If you like it, like, share, all that good stuff. If it resonates, all that good stuff. Until next time.